All right, we're ready to go. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome to a 22nd episode of my Zelda podcast, the Kokiri Chronicles. This is where I sit down here and talk about all things Legend of Zelda on every third day of the month. Last time, for Spooktober, we sat down here and talked about how dark of a game is Majora's Mask. Which, honestly, if you guys have not seen that video, definitely be sure to go ahead and check it out if you haven't. It was really fun to talk about it. So, definitely do that if you haven't. But if you guys are enjoying what I do, if you guys have been tuning into the podcast, be sure to check them out. And don't forget to follow me on YouTube. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Really helps me out. And I can't wait to dive in. So, guys, this is episode 22. We are on episode 22. So today, we are going to be sitting down here and talking about Of course, I have a picture of him on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Skyward Sword's most cunning villain of all time. Honestly, he's one of my personal favorites. He's one of my personal favorite villains. I mean, obviously, my favorite villain is Ganondorf. But I will say, I really do vibe with his with this character's full title, Demon Lord Ghirahim. Now, also Bahamut, thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that in the Twitch chat. But welcome on in. I saw David earlier. David, welcome on in, buddy. But anyway, so what can I say about Ghirahim? Honestly, he is one of the most amazing villains out there. Well, not just in Skyward Sword, but just in all of Zelda. Like he's definitely is one of those villains that I perfectly think is just incredible. His everything was just planned out from the beginning. Like throughout the events of Skyward Sword, it's just really extraordinary. Like honestly, it just takes one bad villain to just ruin a good day. And then just, everything's just goes complete shit. Like, let's seriously take it back to to where this pretty much all began. And also, if anybody who's watching this on YouTube, let me know your thoughts on Ghirahim as well. I would like to know your personal thoughts on this character. Because Ghirahim is just really cool. I really do love... Again, I do love Ghirahim. But anyway, so Ghirahim. Obviously, we don't see him until, around the start of Skyward Sword. We do get to kind of learn about him. I mean, we see, glimpses of him outside the Skyview Temple. And then later on, as soon as Link definitely goes even further into the Skyview Temple because he's still continuing his mission to find Zelda. So when he sees Ghirahim, he pretty much was the guy who created that black tornado during the Wing Festival. Back when when Link and Zelda were having their sweet little moment up in the clouds after Link won, the ceremony was over. Dude, they were pretty much going on a date, man. I mean, you can say that I'm wrong, but believe me, Link and Zelda and Skyward Sword definitely define relationship goals. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But of course, this is not the whole point of this. This podcast is not the whole point of that. But honestly, Ghirahim just ruined a perfect good moment. I mean, not only is this the first time that Ghirahim has definitely ruined crap for for Link and Zelda, but dude is very, very weird, but he's messed up. But he always had a plan, dude. He was you go to the Skyview Temple, he's there, and he definitely tells you about his plan. He's like, yeah, I was the one who created that black tornado to get the incarnation of the goddess Hylia. Because what's his goal? He wants to bring back his fallen master, aka the giant avocado, the Demon King, the Demon King demise. That is his ultimate goal. His ultimate goal was to bring forth the Demon King demise. Now, I will say though, and Bahamut has pointed it out in the Twitch chat. Yeah, he's got a Gene Simmons tongue going on there. He's got a tongue going on there, which is honestly is very disturbing. I don't know what the developers are going for to kind of like give him that whole tongue thing where he's like doing all that shit. I'm just like when I first played Skyward Sword, I was like, what the fuck is even going on with this guy? Like, he is just like, compared to like other Zelda villains, like, you know, like other than Ganondorf or Vati or Zant, like Ghirahim is just on another defiance. Like, to me, he defines the term creepy. He is just the definition of creepy. This character is absolutely creepy. Like, honestly, you know, his fight in the Skyview Temple, yeah, it's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad of a fight. But of course, obviously, he is going to continue his search, you know, to find and track down Zelda, along with Impa, who definitely is preventing him from kidnapping her. But dude is just so psychotic. Not only has he been responsible for like summoning enemies and monsters to just literally kill anyone that gets in his way, especially Link. Like, this dude is like a whole nother level of messed up. He is crazy. And honestly, it just makes Ghirahim just so unique. And like, it kind of takes me back. It takes me to a point to where I wish his time wasn't like cut short. Well, not. I want to say cut short, like in like, oh, he's only here for a few scenes, he's gone forever. No, what I mean by cut short is like only being present in one game and then just not coming back at all. Like, honestly, it would be interesting to like kind of like picture him like actually returning in the game. Honestly, we'll get to like his true form later on, but honestly, from start to finish, you know, Ghirahim just had that cunning plan. And like, one of my favorite scenes in Skyward Sword was in the Lanayru Desert by the Temple of Time. Right after you complete the Lanayru mining facility, you're outside of the Temple of Time. You know, Impa and Zelda are trying to escape. There's like this massive barrier that Impa's using to protect Zelda. Ghirahim breaks through it, and he's just ready to strike, and it's just really fucking crazy. And it's just like it just makes you think like how cool of a character that Ghirahim really is. Like, Ghirahim is just that, you know, he's just a really goofy character. I mean, yeah, you know, like, he's not like Ganondorf's like, oh, you know, I want to be this character who wants to like take over the world or stuff like that, or, you know, literally his goal was to like literally just like capture Zelda and just kill anybody that just gets in his way. That was literally his whole plan. Like, Ghirahim had everything planned from the start. It was just, it's insane, dude. But, I mean, yeah, we've seen some villains who've kind of like had their plans and schemes sorted out, but Ghirahim was a character who just really didn't fuck around, dude. He really did not fuck around. He really wanted to capture Zelda. He wanted to defeat Link, you know, after all the times that Link, like, just got in his way. But Ghirahim is just, he is a messed up dude. Let me tell y'all. Ghirahim is on a whole nother level of crazy. I mean, can we all agree that he's just crazy, though? But if there's one thing that I do like, if there's one thing that I wish that Skyward Sword had, you know, yeah, you know, like, of course we got to see more screen time with him, like, in some of the cutscenes. But part of me wishes we only had more fights with him. I wish we had more fights with Ghirahim. Because when you do think about it, there are only 3 fights with Ghirahim in Skyward Sword. There's one in the Skyview Temple, one in the Fire Sanctuary, and then there's the final fight in the past version of the Sealed Grounds. Like, there's only 3 fights of him. I honestly wish there could have been more. Now, I can totally understand to, like, why, like, at the end, his time was, like, extremely cut short. And it's like, oh, the main threat is this game. It's obviously it's Demon King demise. So, obviously, we gotta know, like, how Ganondorf was pretty much what's created throughout the timeline and all. But honestly, it turns out that it was legit. It was just demise and not Ghirahim. But dude, he's such a cool villain, dude. I really wish I got to see more of him. I wanted to fight him more. I mean, yeah, some of the other bosses in Skyward Sword are pretty okay. Like, you get to fight Skaldera. You get to fight bosses like Skaldera. There's the Molderad, that giant scorpion. My favorite dungeon boss fight is being Galactos in the Ancient Cistern. And of course there's a freaking octopus, or what people like to call the boss, freaking Celia from Monsters Inc. But part of me just wishes there could have been more. Like, honestly, the developers could have just given us more fights with Ghirahim. Like, yeah, we've definitely have confronted him many times throughout Skyward Sword, like in cutscenes, such as like seeing him in the Fire Sanctuary and other temples and stuff like that. But part of me just wishes there could have been more fights with him. I really wanted to fight him more because he was such a really cool character. Like, the fact that he makes comments saying like, oh, I'm going to like rip out every blood within you just to kill you and just make you die quietly. You're just like, holy shit. Like, you don't see Ganondorf talking, like, you don't see Ganondorf making comments like that, or Vati making comments like that, or Zant making comments like that. No. Once again, Ghirahim does not want to fuck around. Like, this dude means serious business, which is insane. Dude makes me want to call the... Dude, he's crazy, Bahamut. He is absolutely crazy. Actually, no, maybe we can see some, cutscenes of him. Let me see if we can find some good cutscenes of him. I mean, because Ghirahim has some really interesting cutscenes. Let me see. Ghirahim cutscenes. We're gonna see. Oh, here we go. There's some good ones. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna play all of them, obviously, because then we'll be here for a really long time. But I definitely want to play some cutscenes that just make that to me just screams Ghirahim just being like, such a cunning villain. Like, listen, I know we already talked about the intro, but I just want to play the intro one time just to show you, like, this is just a dude that literally does not play around. He literally does not play around. Goof, hello, welcome on in. Welcome in, Goof. Welcome in, Goof. Welcome into the podcast. Sorry you're late. No, you are not late. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome on in, Goof. Welcome on in, Goof. We are talking about Skyward Sword's most cunning villain. We're talking about Ghirahim. We're going to watch some scenes and just we're going to play some scenes where I feel he was just such a cool villain. And also, look at the words that he says, too. Like, the words he says just makes him crazy. Where he's like, oh, look who it is. Like, his words are just on another level. I love this guy. I thought that tornado I stirred up would have tossed and torn you apart. Yet here you are, not in pieces. Meaning he wants to kill you. Not that your life or death has any consequence. It's just the girl that matters now, and I can sense her here, just beyond this door. Yes, we plucked her majesty from her perch in the clouds, and now she's ours. Oh, but listen to me, I'm being positively uncivil. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the demon lord who presides over this land you look down upon. This world you call the surface, you may call me Ghirahim. In truth, I very much prefer to be the indulged with my full title, Lord Ghirahim, but I'm not fussy. Like, look how... I mean, this is where the craziness gets insane. Like, right here. Did you really just draw your sword, foolish boy? By all rights, the girl should have fallen into her hands already. She was nearly ours when that loathsome servant of the goddess snatched her away. Obviously, she's referring to Impa. Do you have any idea how that made me feel inside? Furious! Outraged! Sick with anger! This turn in events has left me with a strong appetite for bloodshed. He's ready for murder. Still, it hardly seems fair being of my position to take my anger out on you, which is why I promise to upfront not to murder you. No, I'll just beat you with every inch of your life. Like, you see, like, already, you know, he already meets you, and dude just wants you dead. By all, like, he definitely just wants you dead. Look, I'm normally here before this. Bad touch. Yeah, he is crazy. He definitely is crazy. You see, also, big shout out to Good Games for the video. Okay, so we have one to where he definitely summons monsters. See, there's one where he summons Skaldera in the Earth Temple. But I want to play one of the most interesting scenes where Ghirahim is just ready to, where Ghirahim just takes his role seriously as a villain. Like, this is one of my favorite scenes. Like, this dude is just known for ruining good things. Like, he just wants people dead. Like, look at him. See, he doesn't want Link to get in the way. Now he's ready for murder. Like, he just, dude, like, that's literally just his goal, is just murder. Like, you get in his way and he will kill you. But Skyward Sword's a good game, man. Let's be for real. Skyward Sword is a good game. Yeah, I mean, obviously it is not a good time to worship, but... Like, Garrett, like, see, like, he could have killed Impa if he wanted to. Okay, let me see what he says. Like, wait, what? The stuff he says is just... Like, saying, like, oh, I should have been so soft. I'll take pleasure punishing you, but I have no time for recreation. I'll do more to just beat you senseless. I'll make this affair so excruciating. You'll deafen yourself with the shrill sound of your own screams. Like, literally saying, like, oh, I shouldn't have, like, literally he's stating, like, I shouldn't have been soft on you from the start, but next time I'm really going to fucking murder you. Like, that just shows how insane this dude really is. He is complete. That just shows you how completely insane of a character that Ghirahim really is. Like, dude is literally thirsty for blood. It's like I was saying earlier, like you don't see Ganondorf trying to, I mean, yeah, you don't see Ganondorf just ready to do that. I mean, yeah, he's definitely done it a few times, but But literally, it's like Ghirahim just wants you, like, dead. Again, once again, if you get in his way, he will flat out murder you. Like, blood is just ready to be shed when this man is just around. Like, this is why you don't fuck with Ghirahim. Okay, let's see. So we got more. Let's see. Like, honestly, again with the touching. Like, look at this man. Like, honestly, he is so, like, so fucking nuts. Dude, he is nuts. He is literally nuts. Let's see. I want to find some more scenes. Like, this is definitely a good one. Like, so this is definitely their last fight before, like, the end of the game. Before they have their final fight. The young girl again was more than I could bear. Obviously, he was referring to Zelda because he needs Zelda to bring back his fallen master. Like, dude, like, he's nuts, man. He is so nuts. And see, and bring in the revival of my master. Like, that's literally just his goal. The revival of my master. The outstanding manner of your punishment. Do you remember when I told you next time we met, I make your ears bled from the sound of your own screams? Well, I've been thinking perhaps corporal punishment is too harsh. I might be willing to forgive and forget if you strike a deal. All I ask is that you tell me where I can find the other gate of time. Because he wants to use it to go back to the past to revive Demise. Such behavior, mischievous boy like you needs to be dealt with firmly. I must warn you, I won't go easy on you. Lovely, aren't they? You'll find these super skins might have tougher than any armor. Don't they shade leave you breathless? Totally. Such a beauty. I mean, he's got some sense and fashion. Okay, we've seen enough. Okay, let me see. But I want to show one to where, like, he doesn't like, let's see. Let's find another one. Let's see, we done this, we done that. Okay, we seen this. This is where Zelda, obviously this is where Zelda wakes up from her slumber. But, like I said, it takes such a outstanding villain to, like, ruin such a good, touching moment. So, I'm going to skip forward to where Zelda wakes up from her slumber. You know, everybody's excited. And then this happens. This happens right here. Like, this scene right here was one of my favorite scenes in the game. This is all very touching, really, but I'm afraid I have to cut this emotion short. It's best for everyone if you forget about your friend. The little goddess is mine now. He's done screwing around. This is where Ghirahim is just literally done screwing around. He's had enough. My master has been perished in this age, but in the past he lives yet. I'm taking the girl back to the gate to help revive the Demon King. You've been so admirably dogged in your quest to get in my way, and as much as it has delighted me, I can no longer tolerate your nipping at my heels. Like, just the frustration in Link's eyes, you know he wants to just get rid of Ghirahim. You know, boy, you really pushed me too far. The moment I sweated and bled for is at hand. I don't even have the time to grind my heel in a worm like you. Not now. Like, this is insane. Stand down. You're in my way, and the sight of your appalling hair makes my gorge rise. Damn. See? This is why you don't mess with Ghirahim. You've done a fine job explaining my plans to revive the Demon King at this age, so I see no point in dawdling here. But the past, oh, the past, so full of possibilities, I shall resurrect him there with the divine soul of this golden-haired girl. Like, okay, I want to take a pause for a minute. But, see, now, oh my god, why is it not? Okay, please play music. Okay, but okay, so is in your ass, Ghirahim. This guy loves it. Honestly, he really does love himself too much, but he's just like I said, it just takes one villain just to ruin a good moment. Like the fact that, you know, like that scene we saw right there, like Ghirahim, excuse me. It's like I said, you know, if you mess with him, you know, you get in his way, he will just attack. But this dude just literally takes his job seriously. I mean, he definitely cares about his looks as well, but I mean, he's all about the fashion, but dude, he is such a cool villain, and I just wish that there was more of him. I wish there was more of him. Like, there could have been more of Ghirahim, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. That's our princess. Go find him yourself, right? Now, honestly, to kind of go forward into this topic for this podcast episode, there's one thing we do need to remember. I mean, okay, so we do have this where he's doing his little ritual. We do have that. Okay, actually, yeah, we do need to talk about this. Yeah, we do need to talk about this because this part is right here is where we get to experience Ghirahim's true form and what kind of character he really is. So let's take a moment to experience this. So he's performing his ritual. This is the start of the ritual to revive Demise. Hear me, my horns. The spell is new. It completes. The Demon King returns. Until then, you will keep that well from interfering in my ritual. Like, this just shows, like, you don't want to mess with him. You literally don't want to mess with this man, dude. This is why I love Ghirahim. Okay. Okay, so he summons his horde. So, okay, so this is what I want real quick. Okay, well, obviously not that. Also, yo, dude, dude, we have freaking Donut Lord. We had Donut Lord. Donut Lord cameo. Okay, this is what I wanted. You're far too quick, boy. I realize a simple child like you knows nothing of magic, but spells like this can take time and steady hand. Can't you wait quietly like a good boy? You petulant brats, you pushed me too far. I waited my whole existence for this. This is my moment. You know what? Fine! If you so intend on her into your grave, I'll be happy to show you the way! This time there will be no heroic escape. I was a fool to tolerate you and let you walk away with your life. But I won't make that mistake again. And this is what we wanted to see. That, I promise. This is what I wanted to see. Him turning into his true final form. This just shows you like how crazy this man is on another level. If only I put you on your place from the very beginning. Show a human a little mercy. Wait, what did he say? Let's see. Okay, I kind of went back a little bit. Let's see. Show a human a little mercy, and next thing you know, he thinks himself your equal. Given my station, I had to maintain some semblance of dignity, so I let you run with your life. Twice even. Such a guilty pleasure. But instead of screwing away like any creature with a basic instinct to survive, you just kept coming back again and again and again. I had let a mere boy make a fool of me for the last time. You stand before a demon. Now see, this right here, of course, we are going to talk about this. Yeah, I promise you guys, we are going to get to this in a bit. But I want you guys to keep this image in your... I want you guys to keep this image in your brain for now, because this is important. Because I will definitely, I promise you, we are going to talk about this. But this image right here, this is important. Or should I say, a weapon without mercy. For you, boy, I prepared the most appropriate and humiliating death. I even had a pet's name for it. I call it the Endless Plunge. First, I will take my time bludgeoning you, and when I grow bored of it, I will drive you to the edge and deliver a last strike to send you falling to your doom. I'll delight in casting your body into the pit of snuffing out a flame of your life. Your broken body will serve as fine sustenance for the Demon King. So, honestly, this dude just equals murder. Bahamut says, I get the feeling he licks the blade of his sword a lot too. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put him past him. Sora, hello, welcome on in. This man out here doing my dance. You mean this dance? Bahamut says, one of the cooler battle arenas in my opinion. I honestly agree. Like, honestly, it is a really cool battle arena. And I really, really do like it, though. It is such a really cool fight, but Ghirahim's final fight is a fan favorite in this game. But before we get into the Dark Master Sword, this is what we need to see. Actually, no, let's kind of talk about it. You know what? No, let's talk about it. Let's see. I want to see if I can get a good shot. Okay, did we get a good shot? Come on. I need a good frame. Okay. Alright, so let's keep this in mind, y'all. Let's keep this in mind. Like, honestly, when you look at this shot, when I first saw this, this made me lose my fucking mind. The fact that this is literally a darkened version of the Master Sword. Like, you can see, like, the stilt and everything. Like, this literally just screams a darkened version of the Master Sword. So, it kind of gets you to think for a second. You know, it kind of gets you to think, like, you know, like, how even Ghirahim was created. So, I guess we can say that, like, in a way, like, perhaps Ghirahim is more like a darkened version of a spirit of, like, a dark, inverted Master Sword. Just like how Phi was created by the goddess Hylia to serve as a spirit of the Master Sword, and yet she was the one who was responsible for creating the goddess sword that obviously thus turning into the Master Sword. But later on, you guys are going to see that this sword also serves as Demise's weapon. So, and it kind of makes sense as to, like, why the Master Sword is honestly one of the most important blades in Zelda history. But just looking at this, like, this dark blade, this dark version of the Master Sword, this kind of like says a lot. You know, it really just says a lot. You know, like it honestly could have been something created by Demise before he was sealed away, way before the events of Skyward Sword. Like, there's definitely like some things to say about this darkened version of the Master Sword, but I think it's honestly is really cool, like how this like this embodiment of the darkened Master Sword just serves as a villain that like, excuse me, that obviously we know the Master Sword is known as like the blade of evil's bane, definitely capable of striking down all things evil, but looking at this blade, this blade just like screams just murder. And it honestly just goes deeper into Ghirahim's character. You know, Ghirahim definitely wants to capture Zelda. He wants to use her soul to revive his fallen master. And like, literally wanting to kill and annihilate anybody who gets in his way. Especially Link. Like, saying all these quotes like, oh, like, you know, I'm going to cut you slice clean. I'm going to make sure that I will hear your screams when you die. Like, again, this is a villain who does not fuck around. He literally does not fuck around. And it's just so... It's honestly was, like, when I first played Skyward Sword, this was such a really interesting twist to see, like, this whole time that Ghirahim is just a darkened version of the Master Sword. Like an evil Master Sword. It is literally insane that this whole time we've just been fighting nothing but a dark Master Sword. It's insane, dude. It is really, really insane. Never mind, my internet went? Your internet went what? Wait, did the stream die? Okay. But one thing I do want to play. Okay, so anyway, going forth, because obviously this is the last time we see of Ghirahim. So I want to talk about the ending, like after you fight Ghirahim for the last time.
12 grams of pro.
Okay, so we're gonna wait these stupid ads to play. We don't need ads. We don't need ads right now. I don't care about ads. Okay, so this is the final scene that we need to remember for Ghirahim's character. This is preposterous, driven my knees, but a simple child of man, laughable. No matter how many times we clash, I can't prevail. You think I can't defeat you? You think I can't win? I mean, again, he is a darkened version of the Master Sword. Boy, what are you? Ah, but never mind that. Victory is still mine to savor. While we fought, the ritual I started continued. At last, it's complete. The Demon King shall devour the soul of the goddess and resurrect in his full glory. So, honestly, Ghirahim this whole time was just merely a distraction during the final fight. And this is where Demise comes to play. Demise makes his grand return, aka the giant avocado. I still hate this boss to this very day. It's just so sad to just watch this. Like this dude literally just uses her soul to come back. This is insane, dude. Like holy shit. Okay, so oh, don't you see? It's all over. You and your kind have lost the world and everything it is now belongs to darkness. They belong to my master. And then, with the ritual being complete by Ghirahim, the Demon King returns. Or should I say the first Demon King in all of Zelda history. Welcome back to us, Master. Like, those are his last words, and then this happens. This is some deep shit. The darkened version of the Master Sword. And now Ghirahim goes where he belongs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is clearly the last time we get to see of Demon Lord Ghirahim. Wait, this is that was the last time we ever heard from him ever again. Like, that was purely it. As I stream crimes with your internets, sees the pain of 1,000 deaths again. Mama says, our kind, wow. Betrayal. The fact he's laughing at it just makes it more disturbing. So, honestly, when y'all think about it, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely want to keep this picture up because honestly, this is such a cool picture. This is such a cool shot. But this just honestly just shows you how crazy and such a cunning villain that Ghirahim literally is. Like the fact that he's laughing, just like he's just maniacally laughing, like as Demise finally returns on, such as like using Zelda's soul to like resurrect his fallen master, and then like once once Demise comes back, Demise uses his power, extracting the darkened Master Sword within him, and literally just laughing. Literally, dude is just laughing. And like the last thing he says throughout Zelda history is like, "Welcome back to us, Master." So like, this just shows you like this is a dude who's just very, very disturbing. But Ghirahim is one of the most cunning and interesting villains. But this guy had everything, like his schemes were literally planned from the beginning. So after Demise, so here to sum things up, ladies and gentlemen. So way after that Demise was sealed away by the goddess Hylia, before the events of Skyward Sword, obviously Ghirahim was created. And what does he want to do? He wants to bring back his fallen master, who was defeated by the goddess Hylia. And thus later on, we know that Zelda, who takes on the role as the incarnation of the goddess Hylia. Of course, Ghirahim definitely needed her soul to like literally revive his fallen master. So that's why he sent that black tornado in the Wing Festival. How pretty much like anyone who gets in his way is like, especially Link, most of all, just like literally wants to kill him. Like even during their first meeting, saying like, I will make sure that I will pretty much murder you right in front of you. Like saying words like that, and like creating and summoning bosses to like annihilate Link, like Skaldera in the Earth Temple. Obviously we had you know, like Scaldera and the Earth Temple. We had Galactos and the Ancient Cistern. You know, Link and Ghirahim had their one last fight, one last dungeon fight in the Fire Sanctuary. Then in the past in the Steel Grounds after Link chases after him through the Gate of Time. But honestly, performing his ritual to where Ghirahim was successful at bringing back Demise to life. Like, this just shows you, like, this is a character. Is not only is he creepy, is he disturbing, he definitely cares about his looks, definitely is out for blood, out for murder, but a cunning villain in Zelda who literally does not fuck around. This dude is just on another level of fucking disturbing. And that's why I love him, dude. I freaking love Ghirahim. Ghirahim is such a really, really cool villain. He's just insane. I mean, could we say he's more insane in comparison to villains like Ganondorf or Majora or Zant or Vati? Like, this fucking guy is so fucking disturbing. This dude is on a pure... He's definitely is on the highest scale of being literally insane. Again, I know I said this 100 times this episode, but this man does not fuck around at all. And that's why I really do think he's such a cool villain. Like, can you imagine if he was the true final boss of Skyward Sword? Imagine if he was the final boss and not Demise. Like, think about that. Because one thing to keep in mind, and honestly, I've been thinking about it, is that even though Demise definitely uses Ghirahim as, like, his Master Sword, because, like, Ghirahim is, like, the darkened version of the Master Sword, it honestly makes sense as to, like, why the Master Sword is such an important weapon. Because, think about this for a second, guys. After Demise is defeated by Link, he definitely places a curse on Link and Zelda, saying that an incarnation of his hatred will rise again to, like, come find them. To come find their incarnations. That's why we got to meet Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. And, like, pretty much every battle, every confrontation that most of the incarnations of Link and Zelda had with Ganondorf, you know, like, for those incarnations of Link who wield the Blade of Evil's Bane, aka the Master Sword, this is literally, it's just a callback. This is a callback when you think about it. A callback to, like, when Demise was fully resurrected. When he was fully resurrected. This is just a callback from everything that happened since the very beginning of the timeline. This is a callback, and honestly, it makes perfect sense when you do think about it. About just one character, and it just takes one villain like Ghirahim to just ruin a bad day. But he's just literally disturbing. He's literally disturbing. Also, I see Java. Java's here. Welcome on in, Java. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, I appreciate you stopping by. But I really do like Ghirahim, though. Now, honestly, again, I would have loved to see him in more Zelda games, but I can definitely make sense. Now, would you guys say, like I said earlier, can we just say, like, every battle that the hero who wields the Master Sword? Yeah, I'm going for all the incarnations of Link who wield the Master Sword. I'm talking about heroes like the Hero of Time from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. The Hero of Twilight from Twilight Princess. The Hero of Winds from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. The Hero of Legend. The Hero of Legend from A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening and so forth. Not to mention even, the Hero of Legend from A Link Between Worlds and Triforce Heroes. With those, heck, even the Hero of the Wild from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like, this all those links, when you do think about it, not only are these incarnations are the ones who carry and wield the blade of the evil's bane, even though Link, the hero of Sky from Skyward Sword, is the first to do it, but every battle that they've had, whether it be Ganondorf or a different villain, it's just like a reminder about the events that happened in Skyward Sword. A battle that's been passed on from generation to generation. And like, this is a cutscene for even the golden goddesses of Hyrule to literally experience over and over and over and over again. The goddesses of Hyrule have seen this fight numerous amount of times. But we can say from here that Link from Skyward Sword did this fight first. And then it was passed on to other heroes throughout the timelines. But it's really insane. It's really insane. I mean, honestly, the whole timeline is definitely as convoluted. A lot of timeline is just it's everywhere. It's literally is everywhere, you guys. It is. But that just shows, that pretty much says it all. So, to pretty much close this out, Ghirahim in Skyward Sword, or just in Zelda history, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most darkest and twisted villains out there. Honestly, in comparison to villains like Ganondorf, comparison to villains like Ganondorf and Majora and Zant and Vati, which honestly, of course, we all know that Vati definitely does need to come back in the game. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen, but it needs to happen. But we can say that when you take a game like Skyward Sword, Ghirahim is Skyward Sword's most cunning villain at the end of the day. It just shows a lot. It just shows a lot, and it goes deep into Ghirahim's character. But Ghirahim, such a cool fucking villain, dude. Okay, I need to do something real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm definitely going to leave this in the chat real quick. Okay, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our 22nd episode of the Zelda podcast, the Kokiri Chronicles. So I want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been a really fun episode. I'm glad we got to talk about Ghirahim. But for those of you guys who have made it this far in the video, let me know in the YouTube comments. Let me know, what are your thoughts on Ghirahim? What are your thoughts on Ghirahim and Skyward Sword, but just as a villain in throughout the Zelda series? I would like to know your personal thoughts and feelings. Definitely share with us what you honestly think about Ghirahim. Let me know your thoughts on him. And here's my question. What if Ghirahim was the true final boss of Skyward Sword and not Demise? That's my question for you guys in the YouTube comments. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to do the following by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good jazz. Really helps me out a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we end things off from here for today, before we end things off for this episode, so let's quickly talk about what our next topic is going to be on December 3rd. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's going to be our next topic for our next Zelda podcast. So, let's meet back here on December 3rd, as next time for episode 23, we are going to be talking about how underrated are the Oracle games in the Zelda series. We're going to be talking about Oracle Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Because when you do think about it, you've seen a lot of people talk about other 2D and 3D Zelda games. But one of the games that's just not talked about that much, you guys, are the Oracle titles. I mean, obviously, there's no chances to, when Nintendo is actually going to, revive them. I mean, obviously they're both on the Switch, and so that's great and all, but when you do think about it, like, not many people definitely tend to talk about them. So this is why for next time we're gonna talk about it. Why are Oracle Seasons and Oracle of Ages so underrated? We are gonna talk about two Zelda games that were featured on the Game Boy Color. So we are gonna talk about them. So once again, that is going to be taking place on December 3rd of 2025. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Kokiri Chronicles Zelda podcast. This has been fun. This has been your boy, Born of Kokiri, and I will see you guys next time for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and please subscribe. Really helps me a lot. Until then, take care.